the unfolding truth. Secrets unravel, destinies intertwine. Tonight a life transforms, redemption or ruin. The answer awaits. The relentless rain mirrored the tempest within Isolde. She gazed upon the blurred cityscape, West Village's vibrancy, now a muted watercolor. A worn photograph rested beside her, its edges softened, a testament to time's passage. It depicted a youthful Isolde, entwined with a man whose visage now evoked a poignant ache, a past she couldn't escape. The city's lights, once beacons of hope, now seemed to mock her solitude, each a glimmer of a life irrevocably altered, a life she yearned to reclaim. The photograph's subject was Rhys. His smile, once capable of melting the coldest heart, and eyes that promised an eternity, defined their love. It was a whirlwind romance, a passionate ballet through cobblestone streets and clandestine cafes. They envisioned a future brimming with art, music, and profound dialogues. Yet, Isolde now understood that forever was a brittle construct, easily fractured by life's harsh truths, by choices made and secrets veiled, by the ghosts of what might have been. A sudden rapping at the door startled Isolde. It possessed a hesitant quality, almost an apology. She hesitated, her heart a frantic drum against her ribs. Who could venture out at this hour, on such a tempestuous night? The city seemed to hold its breath, the rain momentarily abating. She contemplated ignoring the intrusion, allowing the visitor, and the potential turmoil they carried, to vanish. Yet, a spark of curiosity, or perhaps profound loneliness, compelled her to answer. Framed in the doorway stood a young woman, her features obscured by the hallway's dimness. She clutched a time-worn leather-bound journal, its pages filled with a script that sent a jolt through Isolde. It was Rhys's hand, the same that once penned declarations of love and shared aspirations in her own journals. The young woman's eyes, vast and filled with a quiet uncertainty, met Isolde's, a silent query hanging heavy in the air, laden with the weight of unspoken histories. "My name is Lyra," the young woman murmured, her voice a mere thread above the rain's renewed rhythm. "I believe this belongs with you." She proffered the journal, her hand exhibiting a subtle tremor. Isolde reached out, her fingers grazing Lyra's, a fleeting connection established. It was a bond forged in the shared legacy of a man who had profoundly, perhaps irrevocably, impacted both their lives. The past had arrived, unyielding and demanding to be acknowledged. Isolde ushered Lyra inside, an unseen force drawing them together. The apartment, once a haven of solitude, now thrummed with a palpable tension. As Lyra recounted how the journal came into her possession, a narrative began to emerge, a tapestry woven with hidden connections and long-guarded secrets. Isolde listened, her initial apprehension gradually yielding to a blend of curiosity and a burgeoning sense of disquiet. The journal represented a Pandora's box of revelations. The journal's entries spanned years, chronicling Rhys's existence after his and Isolde's paths diverged. It recounted his tribulations, his profound regrets, and his enduring affection for Isolde. However, it also unveiled a concealed facet of his life, a clandestine existence meticulously hidden from view. Lyra, it transpired, was not merely a chance finder of the journal. She was intrinsically linked to Rhys's secret, a living testament to his choices and carefully constructed deceptions. As Lyra divulged further details, Isolde experienced a maelstrom of conflicting emotions. Fury, a sense of profound betrayal, sorrow, and a peculiar sense of liberation. The man she believed she knew intimately, the man she had cherished with unwavering devotion, was revealed to be an enigma. Yet, in unearthing his concealed truths, she began to comprehend the underlying causes of their agonizing separation. The truth, though painful, was a crucial step toward healing. Nestled within the journal's pages was a letter, addressed to Isolde. Penned by Rhys shortly before his demise, it served as a final confession and a supplication for absolution. He elucidated his actions, his trepidations, and his steadfast love for her. He also disclosed the existence of Lyra, his daughter, a secret he had guarded out of shame, and a misguided endeavor to shield them both. The letter served as a bridge across the abyss of time and remorse. Absorbing Rhys's written words, Isolde experienced a deep wellspring of sorrow, yet also a sense of profound release. The bitterness and resentment that had festered within her for years began to wane, supplanted by a quiet acceptance. She had loved a man of imperfections, a man who had erred, yet a man who had also harbored a deep and abiding love for her. The letter was a benediction, an opportunity to finally inter the past and embrace the prospect of a renewed beginning. Isolde and Lyra spent the remainder of the night immersed in conversation, sharing reminiscences and painstakingly piecing together the fragments of Rhys's life. They unearthed a shared passion for artistic expression, a reverence for the vibrant pulse of the West Village, and a profound yearning for human connection. In each other's company, they discovered an unforeseen kinship, a bond forged in the crucible of shared loss and the unveiling of long-held secrets. As the first light of dawn approached, Lyra made preparations to depart. She had attained what she had been searching for, a tangible connection to her father and a semblance of closure. Isolde, too, experienced a tranquility she had not known in years. The encounter with Lyra had served as a catalyst, a pivotal moment in her life's trajectory. It had compelled her to confront her past, to extend forgiveness, and to embrace the potential of a transformed future. Prior to Lyra's departure, Isolde presented her with a small, meticulously framed painting. It was a portrait of Rhys, created by Isolde during their shared years. It captured his youthful vitality, his captivating smile, and the incandescent spark within his eyes. "He would have desired for you to possess this," Isolde articulated, her voice imbued with a deep emotional resonance. Lyra accepted the artwork, her eyes glistening with nascent tears. As Lyra receded into the distance, Isolde observed her from the window, a nascent sense of hope blossoming within her. The rain had cleansed the city, leaving a pristine freshness in its wake. It was a new dawn of fresh inception. The photograph of Rhys remained on the table, yet it no longer wielded the same dominion over her. It served as a memento of a past love, a chapter in her life that had now reached its denouement. The future, however, remained an unwritten narrative. Isolde turned from the window and approached her easel. She selected a brush, imbued it with a cerulean hue, and commenced her artistry. The canvas was a pristine expanse, a symbol of renewal. She would render the city, the rain-washed thoroughfares, the clandestine cafes, and the vibrant essence of the West Village. She would depict the life she had nearly forfeited, and the revitalized existence she was now prepared to embrace. The whispers were now of hope,